The facts. Let's move to electoral matters now. The Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has singled out 11 main threats they say may impact next year's elections. Top on the list is goonism, which they say must be dealt with, and with the commission warning that it may even invoke its powers to bar individuals found culpable of using the youth to cause mayhem. This, as Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen denied claims of skewed distribution of identification cards to cripple voter registration in some regions. Alan Ochanda reports.
The electoral body IEBC is gearing up for its first main litmus test next year since taking over as the chaperones of the country's elections. IEBC now listing goonism and criminal gangs, voter intimidation, hate speech, cybersecurity threats, last-minute change of election laws, polarized political environment, media bias, persistent attacks on commission, misinformation and disinformation, terrorism, and partisan security agencies. Goonism has in the recent days surged, with the opposition often accusing the government of working in cahoots with them. The commission terming it as the top threat, calling for multi-agency approach to tame the menace, while blaming those pursuing political office as the architects.
This phenomenon called goonism, because these young people on their own do not engage in political violence. We as IBC will also take decisive action, including disqualifying some of those people whom we will have information about their activities in perpetrating violence in this country.
The commission recently concluded the enhanced voter registration with 2.4 million Kenyans onboarding as new voters. Lack of identification cards in some areas, according to IEBC chairperson Erastus Ethekon, has locked out thousands of Kenyans.
And therefore that challenge of undocumented Kenyans need to be addressed so that those who reach the age of 18, the voting age, 18 and above, we are able to register them.
We are already working very closely with our Ngao officers to make sure that more than 400,000 IDs that have not been collected are collected, and that these people participate in the democratic processes that they must participate in.
There have been accusations by the opposition that the government has carried out a skewed distribution of the document, with some areas allegedly denied or delivered late to cripple their voter registration and eventually suppress turnout. Murkomen dismissing the allegations, terming it as cheap politics.
Sometimes cheap political talk out there, as we say, which creates misinformation, is to say some areas are getting their IDs more than others. You can see there is fair distribution of IDs across the country. The figures are the same.
With next year promising to be a highly charged political year, the electoral body IEBC has listed goonism as the main threat to a peaceful political environment, saying it is mapping out the country to ensure it arrests the main hotspots. Alan Ochanda, KTN, Nairobi.
Political tensions were on display earlier today at the funeral of the late mother of Kisii Senator